Hello and welcome to Digital Ascendancy, a Powerland info podcast series. Here on Digital Ascendancy, we are championing transformative digital solutions. This series of podcasts is all about providing knowledge on IT solutions in an easy to understand format. Today on Digital Ascendancy, we are joined by Garth Reid, Senior Technology Strategist, and Micheal Legary, Chief Strategy Officer at Powerland. Today we are talking about the ever popular topic of AI and what you and your business should know. Over to you, Garth.
Mike is here to join us today, talk about artificial intelligence, narrowband AIs, machine learning, ML ops, etc. All these great things to talk about. Mike, I got a couple questions for you. I wanted to kind of get you to help me get grounded here in this conversation around, if I'm a Canadian organization, what are my expectations of my technical teams? What are the expectations of my businesses as we start to create a path, a motion forward to embracing machine learning and narrowband AI capabilities? What should I, as an organization, as a leader of my organization, what are my expectations of my technical teams and my business teams?
Absolutely. I think the first thing to start with is, no matter what type of organization you are, at the exact moment, as an executive, I should be expecting an answer on, how is machine learning relevant to my organization? My technical teams should be able to provide me some context, awareness, or additional questions about the business here to understand how it works and why it's relevant, why we should care, and what pieces or opportunities can our business leverage. I think it's critical right now where no matter who we are, machine learning is impacting our industries, it's impacting our employees, and obviously our clients. So how is that relevant to us? That is something that our technology teams would have early visibility to and good context to relevance about how do these new technologies add benefit or create market risk for us. So I think that's a high level minimum expectation we should all have from an executive perspective.
Okay. Mike, I know data is the core to all of this. What do I need to do organizationally to understand how to prepare my data? What is my data readiness? What would be your kind of opinion on data readiness for an organization?
So data readiness is absolutely, we look at a task, a function that could be performed right now that would set the best context for a business and for an executive team would be data readiness. And specifically, even if machine learning is not a strategic priority for the organization over the next year, 24 months, the data you have today and historically can be used not only for yourselves but for others. So where is the data? What exactly is it? How could it be leveraged by you or by others? And legally, from a privacy and ownership perspective, what are we allowed to do as an organization with this data today, with the historical data we have, and the data we may collect in the future? That is a key element where even if, building machine learning aspects for your business directly does not make sense, the data you generate may be relevant to somebody else's supply chain. So there's value in the data, there's value to machine learning, and it's strategic to your business. You need to understand how and why today, and what that roadmap or what those risks look like over the next 5 years.
Okay. And you did mention privacy. So maybe you could unpack that a little bit in the context of both privacy and ethics as it applies to engaging in machine learning and narrowband AIs. What do I need to think about organization regarding privacy, ethics, and security?
So I think one challenge right now that is it's a barrier mentally for a lot of executives is privacy expectations, not just from clients or our partners, or the governments that regulate us throughout the globe. Those expectations are not well defined, and how our team might leverage machine learning needs to be expectations need to be scoped and set. So, example we're seeing a lot of right now, especially with the millennial population, is if you've captured my face, my voice, my activities, and that data is now being used to train a machine learning model, for some form of detection or response. Did I, as a human, appropriately sign off on allowing my data to be captured for that use? So is it from a data usage and data privacy was that use case declared? Did did that individual, the endpoint, sign off? And are they aware and communicated? The other interesting challenge we're seeing is revocation. So an individual had previously consented to their data being used. It trained a model, and now, however, they understand their data or data that they had consented to use at one time. They now want to revoke that. How do I take that training information out of the model? Is it needed? Is it appropriate? Right. Now, there's technical folks cringing on the phone, and I appreciate that. The reality is this is the kind of conversation the lawyer is going to have or the privacy officer is going to have. They don't understand exactly how training or labeling of data works and how it lives in a model in the future and how it influences a model. And those questions, big questions, will cause issues a lot for organizations unless we define them. And the nice thing is right now, for a lot of organizations, these are not macro topics that have to take hours or days to deal with. Often it's very specific about knowing where your data is, knowing our use cases, ensuring our right privacy or ethics teams are involved, and remaining aware as we use this data and implement machine learning deeper into our organizations.
Okay. So my understanding is you would have opportunities to work with data, but data could be de-identified. So the de-identification of data, the subsequent risk of re-identification of data, and understanding what your policies and your procedures are around how you manage that. So Mike, when it comes to this ML, machine learning and AI capabilities, what are the risks to Canadian businesses here in not getting into this and not having a strategy? Do you see inherent challenges around that? And how big is this problem of not having a strategy?
Absolutely. So right now, I think, from a transformation of how enterprise work, not just in Canada, but across the globe, machine learning is a new component of our supply chain and our resource strategy. If we look at, why are we sitting around with all these technologies and networks and other things around our humans in our workplace? Because technology optimizes the use of our human capital. It helps them, scale and specialize and automate and do more with the people we have the opportunity to work with. Machine learning takes that to the next level. And for the next few years, it's their tactical implementation. So it's allowing a call center individual to resolve calls faster or to handle calls in a multi-pattern approach. It's allowing our security officers doing visual inspections of our workplace, our manufacturing plant, our casino, allowing more individuals in security office to look at a wider span of cameras and risk points, because automation allows them to take in more data in a manner the human can understand and we can manage. And so, beyond that, it's a key element is that the function. So machine learning automation at edge. There's a lot of machine learning that helps automate the customer experience, be it them ordering or selecting a product or dealing with a configuration or scoping a quote. There are numerous machine learning technologies that help improve that experience. So be it internal traditional back office individuals, warehouse, security, finance, healthcare, or client experience, every one of them has the opportunity to be impacted. We need to understand which ones are a priority to your business.
Okay, great. Well, thanks, Mike. I think that you clearly, for me, it's very clear. Customers really have to be in a position to take advantage of these technologies. Without that, it's going to be difficult to remain competitive and relevant in each of the areas that we work in. So thanks for that. And thanks, folks, for attending. This is a Powerland podcast. We're discussing machine learning, artificial intelligence, and appreciate your interest today. Okay.
Pleasure as always. Thank you.
Okay. Bye, Mike.
Thank you for listening. Like and subscribe for more videos from Powerland. And remember to hit the notification button to get the latest videos from Powerland when they come out. Follow us on social media at Powerland_CA on Twitter, Powerland Canada on LinkedIn, and Powerland CA on Facebook to hear about the latest and greatest in IT solutions.